And welcome, Raider Nation. Welcome back to the Raiders Superfan Show right here on Fan Media Network. I'm your host, Ken Thomson, along with three of the greatest superfans ever to be compiled in one video. We do it weekly. We do it twice weekly. We review, we preview the silver and black. And boy, has it been tough to review and preview of late. But nonetheless, we hold our heads high. Raiders drop to 7-7, 30-27, lose the Thursday nighter right here in Vegas to those Chargers in overtime. My God, it was one that ripped your heart out if you're a silver and black fan. Not once, not twice, but three different times we thought we had this game won. Lo and behold, come up short. Got to give credit to Herbert, the youngster. He's going to be a pain in the ass to deal with, basically, over the next bunch of years. We already got to worry about Mahomes. Now we got this young Herbert kid coming in there and making a big play in overtime after we were held to a field goal in OT to take that 3-point lead. Those are the rules in overtime. Used to be that field goal was good enough to win it, but not now. If you score that field goal on that first possession, they get a chance to get the ball. They come down. They get the touchdown. They beat us 30-27 with the Violator, with Captain Jack Rack'Em, with Raider Homer. Okay, guys, let's start with V. V, look, Derek Carr, pretty solid season so far coming into the game. Still doesn't run enough as far as I'm concerned. Lo and behold, he does roll out right, gets to about the 5-yard line and looking to pass the ball, and you could just see it. We all know when you pull a groin what it looks like, and this did not look good. He drops the ball out of bounds, and he was done. Now, they said he could be ready for the Dolphins game coming up on the 26th now because that game has been moved to Saturday night, but I don't know. When you hurt a groin like the way it looked like he hurt it, I don't think you're going to be in very good shape to try and maneuver around, especially couple that with Marcus Mariota. Here's a guy waiting in the wings for a long time. Lost his job last year to Tannehill. I mean, I know he probably thought in the back of his mind, it's only going to be a 1-week, maybe 2-week thing. I'll get back in there and I'll show what I got. He gets banged up a little bit. He never gets back in. Why? Because Tannehill has excelled. Not the backup anymore. He is the starter. He and Derrick Henry, pretty good combination for the Titans. Meanwhile, Marcus Mariota, he's been banged up throughout training camp. He wasn't even on the Raider quarterback list for a little bit up until this particular week. It had been Peterman for a while. But Gruden said Mariota's ready to go if need be. Well, it's a good thing he was, and need be he was needed, no doubt about it. And I thought he played an outstanding game. The run-pass option never looked more prolific for the silver and black. I got to tell you, if Henry Ruggs III was there running in motion, the deception, the chances of the RPO looks with Mariota at the helm, it's going to change the offense. Now, is he a Derek Carr type passer? Is he as good a passer? No, I wouldn't say he's as good a passer, but he's also somebody that's not going to just sit back in the pocket and let the pocket collapse around him. He will take off. He does have a nice fake. In fact, 3 different times on the Thursday night game, I thought he handed the ball off and he kept the ball. I thought his passes were outstanding. His first one to the sidelines, his second one, a touchdown pass to Darren Waller, and I was impressed. We lose the game. We need a miracle. Everybody's got it. Basically, 2% Raiders can get in. Look, I don't know about all that. I just want to finish the year strong, get to 9-7, win our last 2 games, and I want to see Mariota a full game after taking snaps with the first team this week and see what he's got. I'll throw it to you, Violator, your take, because it's never easy to just come in off the bench. I mean, Mariota has no clue he's playing, and the only way he gets in is if we're up by 40, down by 40, or if Derek Carr gets hurt. It was the latter. DC got hurt. Your take moving forward as we try to finish out the season strong, Violator.
Well, listen up, Ken. Let's get right to the nuts and bolts of this. This game reminded me of the Holy Roller in San Diego back in the day. But with that baller chain around Mariota's neck, because he came in and what? He balled out, baby. He balled out. Now, going to Derek and his groin. That's tender when it's healthy. When he pulls up like that, game over, baby. Game over. Now, we don't know the extent of that, but we know when you pull on that, baby, it pulls back and it don't feel good. Anyway, that ain't the problem with the Raiders. Our defense, let's address it for the elephant in the freaking room. We are playing soft as baby dunk in a sneaker on defense. Now, yes, we had some starters out, but I always hear, and all of us always hear, oh, it's next man up. Well, that next man up needed to call his brother or his cousin because they didn't do the damn job. Get some teeth, bring some freaking attitude, and wear that shield proud. I'm out.
Same thing Captain Jack is last year. We are in great position to make the postseason, and lo and behold, we can't close out. We lose these tough games down the stretch, and it's excruciating for the silver and black fans. Like I said, still a miracle we get in. I'm not holding my breath. End of the day, I want to close strong. We've got 2 games left. We'll get to the Miami game on the preview coming up later this week. Captain Jack, how did you see it? We know we're going to be down starters. Everybody's down starters this time of the year. Yeah, it kind of hurts. The COVID-19 has put a damper on a lot of things for a lot of teams. End of the day, it was tough to watch that defense when it counted because they didn't come up strong.
Well, you were talking about 2% chance of being in the playoffs. No kind of a better chance of being in the playoffs at 2% than the Raiders do. I don't know what you're smoking, Ken, but you're going back to the 80s, man. And I know it ain't those V57s because those are some good cigars. You must be smoking something else. By the way, smoke V57s if you're a smoker. There's my plug for you there, big guy. But here's the thing. The Raiders are god-awful. And that's being kind. The one thing I did like about this last game was when Derek went out, Mariota came in and played a hell of a game. A hell of a game. And I even knew when I saw him on that first give and he went around the right end and nobody was on him, I said, he's going around the right end. I called it. And I was right. A couple plays later, he ripped off about a 20-yard run. Mariota plays well. He had that nice pass, the long one to, I think it was Aguilar for the first touchdown. I'm not sure who it was. It was a great touchdown. But here's the thing. Down when it needed to be done. And first off, by the way, the Raiders should have lost it up in regulation twice. They should have lost twice. But the kicker for the Chargers gave them good life, okay? So all you guys pissing and moaning about this, well, we got a game ripped and yada, yada. We didn't deserve to win, even in regulation, because the Chargers helped us in there. But I'm going to say it like it is. If you go down in regulation and you get to overtime, you get the ball back and you run and you pass and you run and you pass, you get goal-to-go situations after watching Mariota run over him, run around him, and run through him. Not one friggin' play, not one did you run Mariota down at the goal line. That is criminal. You deserve to lose, Gruden, because you didn't use the man that got you there. You take a field goal, you rely on a bad defense, and a couple plays later, you have a 57-yarder staring you and kicking you in the ass.
Wow, Captain Jack got the blood pressure up there just a little bit, Captain, but I can't disagree. Yeah, Badgley missed a couple field goals there. And then, of course, the Raiders in overtime, they get the ball first. They drive all the way down 5-yard line. Hey, look, I got no problem handing it off to Jacobs on that first down. He gets to about the 3.5. But you're right. That's when you got to be innovative. That's when you've got to have somebody in motion. Okay, Ruggs isn't there. Send the Aguilar in motion. Cut in front of Mariota. We've seen teams do it all the time. They just toss the ball up a little bit. Receiver takes it, or you think he may take it. So you've got somebody, 1 or 2 guys that are paying attention. That's going to open things up for a running quarterback like Mariota, who had some big plays. I mean, he rushed for 88 yards on 9 carries. That's going to get it done. You don't see quarterbacks do that too often unless they're some of the best, like a Kyler Murray, as far as running that ball. And now Jalen Hurts stepping into the situation. Mahomes only runs when he has to. But I love the way that Marcus Mariota balled big time. I love the way he ran, and you're right. A little run-pass option there. Get him outside. He turns the corner. He's 6'5". He dives for the pylon. He's getting in. Raiders had the control. They controlled their destiny in that game after those 257 or those 2 field goals that were missed, the long one and then the shorter one. But I will say this, the one thing that impressed me about the Raider defense, as shorthanded as they were, there were 2 times that they stepped up. One time when the Chargers were in easier field goal range, but they tried a little fake, and 2 Raiders stayed on them right near the end of regulation, dropped them for a loss. Herbert for a loss of about 8 yards, made it a difficult field goal, which they missed. And then after getting burned in overtime, where they get the ball down to the 2-yard line, 1.5, 2-yard line, the Raiders, they nutted up a couple plays. They made some plays. They even forced a fumble in the end zone. There was just no silver and black to jump on it. So they didn't give up when it was 1st and goal. Then a penalty on Kwiatkowski gave them another 1st and goal, but they didn't quit. I like that. Look, you're not going to win every game, but I want to see heart. And I saw heart a couple times there. Let me throw it to Raider Homer. Raider Homer, never easy coming off a loss. Had we won that game, we'd be sitting fat. Extra rest, preparing for Miami, and controlling our own destiny more or less with an opportunity to make the playoffs. Now, pretty much done. But at the end of the day, let's build and move forward. What did you take out of the Thursday night 30-27 loss to the Bolts?
I mean, what better way to end 2020 than with a quarterback controversy, right? I mean, yeah, Mariota, he did very well in that game. But again, it changed the offense. Yes, the RPO is there, but that can be one-dimensional sometimes. I mean, I don't know. But with Carr being injured, though, sit him. And let's see what Mariota can do. He is our backup quarterback, and he did come in and he performed well. So let's go ahead and get the footage on him and let Derek Carr heal up. Yeah, our defense is atrocious right now. There's nothing we can do. And it was a mistake to fire Gunther that close to that Thursday night game. But, hey, it is what it is. We got that time off now to hopefully turn it around and get these last 2 wins. Because you know what? Like you said, Ken, just keep fighting. Don't give up in this season. We can still have a winning record. 9-7 is a lot better than 7-9. All right. Yeah, we're still a couple of drafts out, still a couple of free agency classes out, but it's right there. We got a good backup quarterback. We got a good starting running quarterback. We got a good starting running back. We just need to get a thumper. Yeah, when you're that close into the end zone, yeah, I wanted to see Mariota run the RPOs in the red zone inside the 5, but at the same time, you got to be able to get off the ball, offensive line. You got to get off the ball. You're the highest paid offensive line in the league. Get off the ball, get the ball in the end zone. But hey, look, we're almost there. And I know I'm a homer. I know, but we are almost there. It's not going to be that frustrating in the near future. A couple of draft picks, a couple of free agency picks. I know everybody wants to win now, but right now it's like we're just not there yet. We got beat over the head by the injury bug with a baseball bat. Like everybody was out. And there's a lot of teams suffering that, but man, not like we were. And then it doesn't help with the referees either. I mean, I know. Again, I'm a homer, but man, there is some terrible refereeing going on. The head-to-head to Renfro, we got called for a running back hitting a guy in the head, but you're not going to call a wide receiver getting hit in the head like that with his neck all bent over and everything. Come on, NFL. Come on, that's not right. I know fines afterwards. New York needs to call that in and say that is a penalty. They gave them, the Chargers, 2 penalties back to back, right, on one play. And you're not going to call stuff like that? Call the game the right way, all right, or stay out of the game. And then injury bug, something. What is up, man? We made a glass. Like, come on. We need to work on that in the offseason, get that strength and conditioning going right. And then, obviously, we need depth. We're going to need depth. And, yes, with Herbert in there and Mahomes in there, and the Broncos they're not going to stop. They're not going to give up there. They've been right on our asses this whole time. So this is a tough division, even though the bottom 2 teams don't have winning records. It's still a tough division. We can win it though. We just need to, we left it all on the field in Kansas City. I think that's where we left it all on the field. We've had a hard time coming back since then. We just need to learn not to get so high and stay so low. But I think we'll be all right, and we need to get these wins. Stay focused, team. Stay focused, and let's get these wins and get a winning season.
Raider Homer, well put, too. And you're right. Trayvon Mullen, there were a couple legit calls against him, but there was a bogus one that would have really put the Chargers in a deep hole. They would have had a 3rd and long. Instead, they gave him a 1st down in the overtime, kept that drive alive. And then, of course, that next play was the long play that set them up where they got the game-winning score. But I agree with you. When you see something, league, and Homer's right, we're talking to you, Commissioner Goodell, when you see something that's not right, and we're talking about Hunter Renfrow getting nailed helmet to helmet, there should be replay that you're able to look at that. It's an egregious miss. I mean, here's a guy that, darn near could have been out of the game for a long time. We lose him. He could be out for weeks to come. And because somebody didn't see it, because there were other bodies there, hey, we all saw it on the replay. If you can see something clearly like that from the NFL office, you buzz down, or you have the guy up in the booth, you have this guy buzz down, just like they do in college football. How can we have this multi-billion-dollar industry called the NFL and not make changes that need to be made? I mean, if you can change something to where we see it, everybody sees it, you change it. Whether there's challenges involved or not, I want it to be changed. It's what makes the game great. It's called integrity. Let's get it together, NFL. V, I'll throw it to you.
NFL means not for Las Vegas nowadays.
There you go. Well, V, let me throw it to you one more time. Look, Coach Gruden said somebody pulled a fast one on him as far as him putting on that Oakland Raiders cap before the Las Vegas Raiders. End of the day, I know you, I know Captain Jack, I know Raider Homer. We don't give a crap what city they're playing in. It's Raider Nation. Close it out, V, as far as your last words, coming off the loss and moving forward, and then we'll preview the Miami game in the next video.
Ken, coming off that performance on Thursday night, prime time, I remind you, everybody's watching you. We got to do better. We got to come out there with some attitude. That's what's missing. Talent for talent. We've got some talent, but the guys do not believe in themselves. And it shows on the field. It shows. Even a Pop Warner kid can see it. You don't believe in yourself. So do what you got to do. Man the up and let's go. 2020 is almost over. Let's not creep into 2021 with this cloud hanging over this team. There's too much at stake, too much money involved, and too many families depending on you to perform. Let's go get it.
Can't argue
or
with that.
take off the uniform.
Captain Jack, can't argue with that. Close it out as far as your parting words off the 30-27 loss to the Bolts.
It was a primetime debacle. We got another primetime game upcoming. And I tell you what, I saw the Dolphins today. That's a group that had a lot of people out, but that group played well together. You got a kid in Tua that's playing well. Why would you let another rookie quarterback beat you? Man up! I want to see some integrity. I want to see some heart. I want to see some friggin' balls, baby. Balls football. That's what I want to see out of you, Raiders.
Raider Homer, your last words.
Hey, just don't give up. Like I said, 9-7 is a lot better than 7-9. Being a winning team is being a winning team. It builds confidence. Like we don't have any confidence. I mean, we need to get that confidence up. That's where we're going to get those teeth from and get that bite back. Just keep playing. Just find a way to win. Stay true to the Raider way, and everything will be okay.
There you go. And worst comes to worst, I think number 57 down there still has some eligibility. Coach Gruden, hey, if you needed somebody on defense with a bite, I think Violator's still got a year or two left. So just keep that in mind.
Can I be the long snapper?
Look at that guy. You're telling me you don't want him on the defensive line? I don't know. I sure would. All right, that's going to do it for the Raider Superfan Show right here on Fan Media Network. We'll be back later in the week to preview the big game on Saturday now. They've moved it to Saturday night. It is the Raiders right here in Vegas hosting the Miami Dolphins. Let's close it out strong, guys. We'll try and do that on Saturday night. We'll be back Thursday morning with a preview of that Miami game right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. It's been a tough one, folks, but we keep our heads held high because the Raider superfans are the greatest collection of fans in the world. Any sport, bar none. I'm Ken Thomson, SportsXradio, for the Violator, for Captain Jack Rack'Em, for Raider Homer, bidding you goodbye, good evening, and good night.
To host a fan show or appear as a fan on a fan show, simply create a profile on Fan Media's iOS app or website. Select your teams and make a short intro video on your phone. Show hosts, reporters, former players, and superfans can use our Get Verified feature and make an intro video as well, and our mobile newsroom staff will reach out.